Hello everybody, my name is Ting Yang, and today I'm going to show my presentation, the story behind the photo, to all of you. First of all, here's the question for you. Have you ever shot the actual film on a film camera before? I believe most of you haven't done it before. And nowadays, when people are viewing a photo, they will mainly focusing on the photographer and his work, but no one is really paying attention how a photo goes from a film to an actual photo. But if you are a photography major students, you should have learned all of those process during your classes. Um, Everybody knows a photographer consumes a lot of film when shooting his project because no one can really take every single photo he wants to their final work. And as a photosensitive material, film needs the combined action of a variety of chemical substance to display picture on it, such as the developer, the fixer, and the stop bass, and all of those chemicals can lead to shows on the film. And this thing also brings a huge problem. A large amount of wasted water is produced when film is being processed. There are also a lot of harmful chemicals in this waste waters, such as the hydroquinone, sodium sulfite, silver, mercury chloride. And if this wastewater is discarded into the silver without being treated, through the introduction of this chemical on the Foxford website, this substance can cause asthma-type diseases, which is super harmful to your own body. Eventually, these heavy metals in this water will return to human body through the food chain in the environment, and also water contamination by this chemical deserves our attention. And civilians are lack of awareness of this readily available chemical. They usually don't think that this kind of thing will do too much harm to the environment. So they all ignore the water pollution caused by the film processing. And then they usually discard this waste directly into the sink, which this directly leads to extraction of this liquid containing heavy metal substance to sewage treatment plants. Ordinary sewage treatment plants do not have the ability to separate all of these chemicals and then which leads to cause them flow into the rivers. And then the process of simulation treating of the wasted liquids is very complex. And then the treatment of these liquids requires many different chemicals and involves a lot of chemical experience. So these steps are not really suitable for all of the home operations, for all of the home and hobby film developers. And then this also had led to more people choosing to discard their wastewater into the sink. Think about our future and then the health of your children and grandchildren. You wouldn't want them to live in an environment full of heavy metal pollution, drinking water that is no longer being contaminated. Film now is fading out our sight, but there are still many professional photographers who choose film as their medium to shoot photos. So I don't really want the films to disappear completely because of the contamination. And I hope people can enjoy the beauty moments recorded on the film, but also choose not to use those developers and chemicals that are more polluting to the environment. But by the way, the more polluting and chemicals are way faster to develop your own films. And that's the biggest reason why people are still choosing the developers do more environment damages. And also store your used developer and wasted water on hand and hand them over to a professional chemical wastewater treatment agency. And that will help our environment to improve a lot. And thank you for your watching. This is mainly my presentation for today.